So, why are our ancillary tasks linked to the genre that foster people are in? Why is it conventional? Well, we researched many indie pop and alternative rock bands and their album covers and posters, as well as Foster the People's. Mystery Jets being our main one, as we feel that Foster the People and Mystery Jets draw parallels a lot of the time together. So they were our main style model. Sorry. And so we took the idea of the artwork for Foster the People, as I've explained earlier on in my website, and then we looked at some Mystery Jets covers, and we noticed the plain white background with the shape in the middle. So this is where we got the idea for our shape of ship. We noticed that quite a lot of indie bands, such as Nowhere in the Whale, Half View, and Mystery Jets, of course, use this effect because it's very minimalistic, and I think the indie genre tend to want audiences to concentrate more on the music itself rather than the media around it and the products, and that's why a lot of their album covers and posters and things are very simplistic, straight to the point, which is exactly why we decided to do this. They all seemed to use the same font as well, so we found a very similar font on Microsoft Publisher, which we used, and this is what we used to write the single name. So the plain white background as well, that is extremely conventional. Even if indie bands don't tend to use the shape, they often have a picture in a like film style shape, like just a rectangle across the front of the album, and they have the two strips at the top and bottom, which is usually just a plain pastel colour, because indies are quite minimalistic and simple and pastel because they like to be very traditional. They don't tend to use like huge effects and interesting kind of graphics. I understand that Foster People use that artwork, but it's all hand drawn, so it's still very traditional and old fashioned, which is very conventional to indie kind of genre. So that's exactly what we did. We used the hand drawings of Torture's album that Foster People have and incorporated it within the single to keep them all linked together. Even though that's not our product, we still wanted to like keep the band's intentions of their products all at the same time. The back cover of our CD cover is very plain. Although it might seem boring or uninteresting to someone, it's very conventional because all of the indie albums that I own, such as Mystery Jets and Foster People, are very just the same colour as the front cover, and the same font again, just the song titles, which we included remix, radio edit, the actual song obviously, and the acoustic version. And then they usually have the institution logos, like on ours we've got Columbia and StarTime. And then some website addresses and the barcode obviously. We included all of that in ours. So although it seems very simplistic and plain, it's very conventional to the genre that Foster People are in, which is indie and alternative rock. Moving on to the inserts. The lyrics pages of all of our style models are very plain. So we've just got the, again, plain white background with the same font, lyrics. We didn't want to leave ours this minimalistic, so we wanted to show full potential. So we drew parallels still, we used the same font again, but we researched some other lyrics pages, and eventually, after quite a lot of time, we found a Foster the People lyrics page with the artwork on. So this is why we put our front cover artwork inside our insert, because although it's not quite as conventional as just the plain, it helped us to show that we were capable of making something a little bit more interesting at the same time sticking to the convention. We've stuck to the convention obviously in the way that we've used the plain white background again, the band logo and the font which is used throughout the rest of our ancillary tasks. The inserts include band pictures which are linked to our video, which is not necessarily conventional, but like I say, we wanted to keep this link all the way through all of our tasks. So that's why we chose to use the ones took at the locations which we filmed at, and also a few stills from the video. Our insert is actually quite a lot longer than other people's. Our insert has a pull-out booklet inside with the pictures that I'm talking about now. Pictures are often incorporated into inserts of album covers because obviously the fans want more like stuff like that, because at the end of the day that's what fans do. They buy posters and they pictures of the band because they want to feel part of them, they want to be around them kind of thing. So by buying the posters and the pictures, they feel it's almost like they've took them themselves. They've owned a picture of Mark Foster or Cubby Finks. They own that picture, so they feel more part of the fan base than they would do before. And we feel like Foster the people, because they're such inspirational writers and they want to get out to the target audience, that they'd want to fulfill that for them and make them feel part of them kind of thing. We also included a quote from Mark Foster, which is conventional because indies tend to reach out to their fans because they cover topical events, political events, such as the anti-flag $1 trillion kind of song. So by including this quote, again, the fans feel more part of it, and like Mark Foster's talking to them specifically, which is really conventional because the lyrics of indie songs are often directly speaking to the audience and kind of asking the audience to understand and asking them to listen. So that we thought was conventional to the genre. The back page of our insert is a reverse of the front cover. This was to make it like a mirror, so it like fit, because usually in indie inserts they're just plain on the back. Again, we didn't want to do that because we felt that our potential skills may have been not recognised, and so that's why we did that. So we've still got the minimalistic white background and font, but we've got a picture as well to show that we have put in effort into our tasks. The poster which we created is not a reverse as such of our front cover, but the colours are reversed. So we've got the inside of the shoe on the outside of the shoe, so that we could use the middle of the white background to put our information on. Again, the minimalistic convention is portrayed because we've just got the repeated artwork with the white shoe. We also have the same font running through again. What else we have is a QR code which links directly to the site which you buy the single on, which we created ourselves. So that's conventional because obviously they want to advertise it like that. They want people to be able to get hold of it and things like that. What the main conventional aspect of this is it's conventional of an advert itself. It's eye-catching because we've used orangey yellow kind of colours which grab out people's attention, and because of that reversal, because of all the artwork, it's much more eye-catching, which is challenging the convention really, because obviously I've said about 1,000,000 times now, it's minimalistic is the main kind of convention of indie products, because they're old-fashioned and they don't want to be all about the products, etc. They want it to be about the music rather than all the trends that come with it, etc., which is very referral to this song actually, because it's about how the kids with the good clothes and the good stuff shouldn't really be big and clever. They they shouldn't isolate people, etc., just because of what shoes they wear, which is the main theme through the song, because of the chorus. So we have challenged the usual form and convention really in the advert, because not all of them, most of the advertisements which we've seen have got the same font again, no pictures, just plain background, usually pastel colouring, and that's about it except for the information, which is again in the font. So we felt that by challenging this, we were actually being more effective, because obviously an advert's got to sell, that's its purpose, and we needed to grab the audience's attention. That is why our ancillary tasks fit the conventions and codes of this genre. Thank you, and please continue reading.